I mean, there are like people who say that the future of print industry is bleak. Future नहीं है, commercial तो जा रहा है. What are your thoughts like around?
They need to understand, people who are not very positive about the printing industry, they need to understand that a lot of change is happening. That's why you're feeling that, you know, that my business is not doing well, because things are changing and you need to change with time. If you don't change, you will obviously feel that, you know, printing is not. If today if I didn't start textile printing, I would have thought that, oh, my business is not growing.
True, actually. Huh? I mean, your that decision to get into fabric printing or textile printing has probably made that a larger segment, that, as you said, than your existing business.
Yes.
So you should be willing to look at options outside your existing business.
You need to get out of that comfort zone, you know, and see outside your office what is happening. And that I learned from my father, because my father never used to get out of that counter. He used to always be on the counter and try to solve business problems of other businesses. But I realized that you need to get out and understand what is happening in the world, you know, where you need to invest further.
Right.
If today you are sitting in office, you are not going to know anything.
Right.
When you go out, step out and meet people, you will really understand that, you know, what is next. You get to learn, you get to understand from others' failures also.
But then some people say, हम बाहर जाएंगे तो हमारा तो प्रिंटिंग बिजनेस है, हमारे स्टाफ चोरी कर लेंगे, वो लोग जॉब गलत प्रिंट छाप देंगे, ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे. You know, the regular.
That's where your team and systems come in place, right?
Right.
If you have a brilliant team.
Again, people.
Yeah, again, people. If you have a brilliant team like we have, there is no problem.
So any advice you have for the printers from your segment in terms of how could they do things better, in terms of, like you just said, any specific examples that you would recommend to them?
So there are a lot of niche which are available in the printing industry today. Like flexible packaging is there now today. Boxes, there is huge demand for boxes. Then flexible electronics is there. Screen printing has come up in a big way. Various applications are still happening on screen. So there are a lot of other segments which you can look at. You don't need to copy what a successful printer is doing.
Make your own niche.
Make your own niche, because there are so many opportunities today that if you think, you can really, you know, get into these niche segments and really do well for yourself.
Yeah. You don't have to copy someone else who's doing that. See that he's doing probably a 50-100 crore business. मैं भी वो करता हूँ. And probably he has gone through the grind for so many years, and that is what makes him what he is.
Yes.
So you'll have to find your own niche.
Yes.
I think there are a lot of t-shirt guys you were mentioning. Probably you would want to share that example with us of how that guy could transform it into scale.
Yeah, so there are a lot of companies outside India as well who have done so well that, for example, they started with one machine printing t-shirts. Today they have 40 machines.
40 machines.
And they are doing business worth few hundred crores in US, in UK, in Mexico, in Brazil. There are so many examples. Like recently, the exhibition where I went to, there's a machine which costs 15 crores, and the only thing which that machine does is printing on t-shirts.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. And do you think
and
that machine
there are
will
people who've bought that machine immediately.
India में किसने लिया है?
Not in India.
But India might be also a huge market. We have such a huge population. उसमें से जैसे आपने बताया, एक टी-शर्ट भी एक जन ने पूरे साल के लिए ले लिया, तो it's a huge market.
It's a huge market, and I think there's a huge opportunity. Just that in India, people are little cost conscious. There outside India, in US, they don't mind spending that $15 to $18 per t-shirt. Today in India, people want t-shirt at 400, 500.
500, yeah.
Which is little difficult to cater, because there are other expenses as well. Marketing expenses is at least, 20-25% of your cost.
Correct.
So that is also, you need to, but future will come, future will come where people will start spending a little more for the t-shirt, and that's where you need to be.
That transformation happens. It's a part of the cycle. It's part the way industry grows.
Yes.
So, towards